It was a special holiday on the island of Sodor. Bertie the bus was working harder than ever before. All the engines were busy too.
And what exactly is this holiday that's being celebrated? Having a banner saying special holiday isn't exactly that exciting to me. They could have at least called it Sodor Day or something. Poor Bertie though. I could see how all of this bustle was tiring him out. By the way, did anyone catch that tune playing so far? That was the post-train theme, but used with different instruments. It's not the right usage, but the tune does emphasize the hustle everyone's doing to keep up with this anonymous holiday. While waiting at Tidmouth Station, Duck came across an interesting character.
Near him stood a red bus, but he didn't look friendly like Bertie. The bus growled as he gazed at the happy passengers. "Stupid nonsense," he grumbled. "I wouldn't have brought them if I'd known. I'd have had a breakdown or something."
That bass tone used for this character definitely sent the wrong signal already. His attitude and demeanor is not coming across well. Just look at the front plate mounted on him. It says, "Free the roads." However, Duck was pleased the bus brought his passengers. The bus, on the other hand, told Duck off by saying how in the future rails will be no longer. Duck, feeling insulted by the comment, told the bus of Bertie and how he worked with the rails and not against them. The bus had a surprising counterstatement.
"Huh," growled the bus. "I know Bertie. He's too small in size to be of any use." Duck took no notice. That bus is silly, he thought.
Duck's not wrong about that. And look, Bertie's family is back behind the station. I wonder if they have faces. Also, I hope everyone caught the music for the new bus being introduced. The low bass clarinet notes and the final touching with the stomping synth notes makes this character quite different from any other individual seen so far. And the fact that this bus knows Bertie is a whole nother thing. It certainly seems as though things are going to get worse before it gets better. Later, Duck learned from Oliver that he was aware of the vehicle too, and gave him the infamous nickname Bulgy. Unfortunately, there was more bad news to come.
"Bulgy's friend has come," he said. "He's rude too. He's taking Bulgy's passengers home and leaving Bulgy free to steal ours." "But he can't," objected Duck. "Bulgy says he can get them to the big station before us."
Ah, so not only is he a bitter bus, but Bulgy is also a scheming one. According to Oliver, Bulgy knew of a shortcut that allowed him to reach the station quicker than Duck or Oliver, even though Duck knew the road had a longer travel distance. In the evening, the two were waiting at Tidmouth Station when they realized nobody was coming to the platform. Then they noticed Bulgy, stuffed to the gills with passengers, with a large sign stuck along his side saying Railway Bus. This, of course, meant trouble for the two engines, and boy, were they not happy.
"Yeah, boo snubs," he jeered as he roared away. "Come on," puffed Duck to his coaches. "Let's see what he's up to."
Ooh, another theme. For those who are not aware, this is called the chase theme. And although the situation at hand is not lighthearted, at least it evokes energy into the viewer. But what was that line Bulgy said? "Yeah, boo snubs." I know that this is the line written in the story, but it's an odd choice of words. I'm thinking it's something related to the UK, and the US dub never had it changed. I'm guessing it means something along the lines of, "Yahoo! See ya, suckers!" Further down the line, though, Duck found Bulgy's shortcut, which was a bridge that would be forever named after him, due to his and mainly his driver's bad judgment. Unfortunately, the only way to get the passengers home was to cross the bridge, something I'm sure Bulgy wasn't expecting.
Duck slowly and carefully set off across the bridge. Bulgy wailed as he felt the bridge quiver. "Oh! Oh!"
You know, for model sets, the sound effects used for scenes like this really make everything feel more tangible. I'm sure those little bricks falling on the ground are just made of foam, but they truly sound much heavier than they really are. Finally, Duck made it across without causing the bridge to collapse on anyone or anything. I'm sure the passengers would not have cared though, being that Bulgy lied to them and his driver would not give them any refunds. What kind of transportation service doesn't do that? Bulgy's driver is about as bitter as he is. Obviously, the shortcut was something the driver never bothered to check, because if he had taken it before, he never would have bothered to again. Plus, a good truck or bus driver knows their vehicle height, and will make sure to read the label limits on various structures.
Duck made good time, and all the passengers caught their trains. The bridge is now mended, but not, unfortunately, Bulgy and his ways. He never learned sense. He's a hen house now, and his lies can do no harm. The hens never listen to them anyway.
That's too bad. But hey, not everyone learns from their misdeeds. This was quite an episode. What made this story stand out is the fact that fans now have been introduced to another antagonistic character. The last one we got a true taste of was Diesel and his noxious gas. And what made him stand out was the fact that he was also an engine. Now we have a bus to add to that list of characters. Bertie is an oldie but goodie classic character, and although at first he had snide remarks about how much faster he was than Thomas, he turned out to be a reliable asset to the island. As for Bulgy, the personality is a complete 180-degree turn. Bulgy was rude, deceptive, and never saw his own flaws. At this point, I'm sure he does now. Like Diesel, who is the anti-engine, Bulgy is the anti-bus. Next time, though, if Bulgy were to ever ride again, hinting at a future episode, I would love to see Bertie and him on the same screen together and have them exchange lines. That would be something. But for now, Bulgy will remain a comfortable two-story henhouse. Music and visuals were great here. We got a few varying themes. First was the post-train motif at the start, the chase theme when Duck tracks down Bulgy to his shortcut, and Duck's signature cue at the very end. As for Bulgy's theme, it wasn't really a piece of music per se, but it did have those thumping bass notes that helped bring to light just how negative the character really was. Lastly, this entry featured some new places. The three-way road was shown twice, can you believe it? Tidmouth Station was also shown, but what I find more enjoyable was the fact that we can see when the camera focuses on Oliver, the shunting yards with the coal hoppers sit nearby. It's cool when the geography is given more depth. For new places though, we see Haltro Station, which also gives viewers a closer visual on the lighthouse. Ulfstead is also shown briefly when Bertie takes his passengers. And lastly, Bulgy's Bridge is the highlight, seeing that we get numerous angles from underneath, above, and right down the center of the line. Quite a sight. Next episode is Heroes. Thanks for watching.